So I've noticed there have been a lot of new and returning players ever since the Waterfall update hit. And I see them in chat all the time asking for help with the new Waterfall axe. So I'm making this video to help those players get through Waterfall. This guide will only be covering Waterfall, nothing else. I'm going to look at this through the eyes of a free-to-play player that just hit level 20. And no matter how hard I try, I can't seem to get through even Act 1 of Waterfall. So first off, I'm going to run over to the summon area. I would assume a level 20 player would have some souls lying around, and if you don't, that's fine. They're easy to get. I'm going to summon a couple Waterfall units. There are only 3 noteworthy summons you can get from Waterfall. Those summons would be Smallbird, Mad Dummy, and Undyne. We will be ignoring Undyne for this guide, as she is really hard to roll. I summon a couple units and end up getting Smallbird. I also get Washa. And well, it isn't amazing. I wouldn't exactly call Washa terrible, so I'll use it. So let's jump into Act 1 neutral and run through it real quick.
Here, kitty. You can has cheeseburger.
So here in Act 1, all we are really going to need is Smallbird. Smallbird will be carrying us for a while here. This hill is the best spot for your hill units. I would suggest putting most of or all of your hill units here. Remember to upgrade them as the waves go by. There isn't much to talk about here, as Act 1 is really easy. After letting some time pass by and upgrading my small birds, Act 1 is completed.
Mr. Chief, face the camera.
Act 2 is mostly the same, but you will need to play some of your Ruins and or Snowden units to help the small birds here. So you've just beat 2 acts and have some more souls to spend. Let's summon some more Waterfall units. I assume you have gotten a Mad Dummy by now, and if you haven't, then you might need to grind for some more souls. Try completing Genocide or Pacifist runs that you haven't done yet in Ruins or Snowden. Or if you're seeing this before September 30th, then the anniversary event is a decent source of souls and XP, as well as giving you a unit that, at the time of recording this, is top 3 in the best DPS in the game. Just know that you will need help from others to complete the anniversary event at this point. But even that won't be enough for Act 3. So we have to beef up our loadout even more. You can get Navsbluk as a super rare from the Ruins summon. You can then get the Dapper Hat as a drop chance from Pacifist runs in the Ruins. With the Dapper Hat, you can evolve Navsbluk into Dapperbluk, but we aren't done there. You can get Grillby as a drop chance from Pacifist runs in Snowden. This should be close to enough for Act 3. If you follow what I do here, or do something similar, then you should be fine. But even with all of that, this loadout still struggled in just Act 3. While this clip plays out, there are a couple things I have to talk about. You will most likely need to get help from other players past Act 3. Unless you ended up getting Anniversary Sands, then you will need help. At this stage in the game, there isn't a whole lot you can do by yourself unless you're a returning player and have a unit like Snowden Dust. The game is meant to be played with others, so it tends not to cater well to solos. However, I will still be talking about how to make your loadout stronger once this clip ends. And that's not to say it will be impossible past Act 3. It will just be really hard. So let's talk about the first way to make your loadout stronger. Gauntlet. You should be strong enough to solo Ruins Gauntlet. Ruins Tokens gives you access to Moldessa's Face and the Clown Mask. Moldessa's Face lets you evolve Moldsmal into Moldessa. You can get Moldsmal from the Ruins summons. Moldessa is the best free-to-play slow unit in the game at the moment. The slow effect is very powerful, and I recommend keeping a Moldessa in your loadout all the time. The only problem with Moldessa is it can't hit flying enemies. The Clown Mask lets you evolve My Gosp. You can get My Gosp from the Ruin Summon like Moldsmal. The evolved My Gosp is a really good hill unit. It does more damage than Daptbluk, but has less range. Moving on to the Snowden Gauntlet, you will most likely need people to help you get through that one. Snowden tokens gives you access to the Deer Cracker, Jerry, and the Dusty Scarf. The Deer Cracker gives a huge buff to Gift Rot, and turns it into an actual decent unit. You can get Gift Rot from the Snowden summons. Jerry is a stun unit. It will make enemies stop completely for a small moment. Really good unit. The Dusty Scarf doubles your chances to encounter Waterfall Dust Sands. You can't encounter him until Act 6 Genocide on Waterfall, so I wouldn't recommend buying it until you are stronger. Moving on to the Waterfall Gauntlet, you will definitely need help to get through this one. Waterfall tokens gives you access to Onion Sand and Undyne's Helmet. Onion Sand is a stun unit like Jerry. It has a longer range than Jerry, but it debuffs other units in its range by 20%. I would not recommend buying Onion Sand unless you intend on using units with lots of range. Undyne's Helmet is used to evolve Undyne into Undyne the Undying. Undying is currently the unit with the highest DPS in the game. If you can get lucky and farm Undyne's other armor pieces and summon an Undyne, then you will have the strongest unit in the game. Another way of making your loadout stronger is equipment, traits, and stats. Currently, the best equipment in the game is Undyne's Spear and Undyne's Glove. The Spear is better for towers with low attack cooldown, and the Glove is better for towers with high attack cooldown. You can get the Spear as a drop chance from Genocide runs in Waterfall, and the Glove as a drop chance from neutral runs in Waterfall. Traits can give your units stat boosts or discount their upgrade and placement costs. You can get trait rerolls from daily rewards, the AFK chamber, infinity mode, and through the Gauntlet shop. You can reroll your unit stats at the stat rolling area. Your unit stats can go as high as triple S or as low as F-, with B being the average. Your units can gain determination by killing enemies. The higher a unit's determination, the better chances it gets at getting higher stats when rerolling. You can get perfect and fragmented souls at the same places you can get trait rerolls. Finally, if the anniversary event is still going on, you can get anniversary sands. With all of this being said, I hope you have an easier time going through Waterfall. If you have any questions, you can join the game's Discord and ask around, or at least come and say hi. I would love to chat for a bit if you feel like it. Until next time.